Hi, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, we will be talking about a little introduction to Riemann integration. Okay, so let's start now. It says here that a set of numbers, so this guy here is a set of numbers, and these numbers are tags for a partition P of the closed interval AB if your number, this one, is an element of the interval for every I from 1 to n. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? If we want to picture this out, kumbaga, ito yung closed interval AB. Yan. And then, you have to partition that. Let's say, of course, this one is x sub 0. This one is the x sub n. So, bali, somewhere here is the x sub 1, kumbaga, x sub 2, and so on. So, in every sub-interval, so let's say I have, this is the x sub 1 to x sub 2, which is a sub-interval, may mahahanap kang c sub 2 dyan. And this c sub 2 is a tag. Okay? So, bali, x sub 0 to x sub 1, may mahahanap kang c sub 1 dyan. So, in other words, whenever you have, kumbaga dito, meron kang x sub I minus 1 and you also have the x sub I, so mahahanap mo dyan c sub I dyan. Hindi naman sinasabi dito, it's not necessarily na pinakagitna talaga siya ng subpartition. Ang sinasabi lang, nandito siya sa loob. So, posible kasi na, let's say, this is the interval, sub-interval rather. Let's say, this is x sub k minus 1. This is x sub k. Posible kasi this is just also the c sub k. So, this is the tag. So, posibleng nasa gilid siya. Wala namang sinasabing nasa gitna dapat or so on. Kasi kung titingnan mo, this is closed interval din eh. Now, ang sabi dito, a Riemann sum of f with respect to the tag partition PT. So, this is the tag partition is defined as this. So, this is the Riemann sum. And this is defined as the f of c sub I. So, your c sub I, remember, is a tag multiplied by the difference or the absolute distance of the sub-interval. I mean, of the absolute length. And this is, of course, summation to siya. So, kumbaga, whatever would be the length here, yan, multiplied mo siya ng f of c sub 0 because this is, sorry, c sub 1 rather. So, multiply mo siya, another, this one, the length here, multiply by f of c sub 2, and so on. Then you take all the sum. And that will be your Riemann sum. You consider a function from the closed interval AB to R, and this is, of course, a function. Then this function is said to be integrable over the closed interval AB if, for some real number R, having the property that for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists a delta greater than 0 such that this one, yan, is less than epsilon, provided that P is a partition of the closed interval AB with the mesh less than delta and tag with T. So remember, this is the mesh, no? This is from the previous video I discussed. The number R is called the Riemann integral of f over the closed interval AB, and also we write this form. Sa ibang book, they write this in this form. Ayan. But it's still the same anyway. Okay, so we have the first claim here. In fact, this is very easy. This is actually a theorem, but I think I know I don't have to prove it to you anyway. Kasi it's pretty obvious lang. For any partition of the closed interval AB with tag, this one, this Riemann sum is in between of the values. Remember, ano nga ito sila? This is the lower Darboux sum. And this is the upper Darboux sum. Okay. So if you want to recall for this concept of Darboux sums, then you might want to check my previous video. Okay, now let's consider this way. So let I be the Riemann integral of f. So this is this one. And let's say given epsilon greater than 0, we also let our delta greater than 0. And this delta greater than 0 corresponds to the epsilon over 2 in the definition of the Riemann integration. Okay? So, technically that way. So, parang ito siya, equal siya to epsilon over 2. So, let's consider two partitions. I have a partition P, and this is the partition of this one. I also have another partition, let's say Q, and the partition is this. Okay, para hindi awkward, papalitan ko to. Ito yung PM, ito yung QN. Okay, so that means there must be M subintervals and N subintervals here. So these two guys are actually partition of the closed interval AB. And you also have meshes. Let's say the mesh here is this one, and the mesh here is this one. And this mesh are both less than the delta. And the tags here for this partition, I have T equals Ti. So this one are the tags. And the tags for this Q is this one. Now, as you can see, if these are the tags of the different partitions, then this means to say that the Riemann sum SFPC minus I, of course, this is less than epsilon over 2. Similarly, I also have this one. Tama? Now, if I want to combine these two guys, so I have SFPC minus SFQD. Di ba, in basic analysis, this is less than or equal to this one. Minus I pala to. Not bad. And plus S of FQD minus I. Tama. But we know for a fact this is less than epsilon over 2 plus epsilon over 2. And this is just equal to epsilon. Tama? Which means to say that regardless of the partition, they are actually just the same because epsilon is just arbitrary. So which means to say they are equal. So to summarize on that, we have the following theorem. It says here that f be a Riemann integrable function, and for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive number delta, such that these two guys, the difference here is less than epsilon for each partition, and these are the partitions of the closed interval AB with meshes less than delta with corresponding tags, this one. Okay, so let's say we let R be this partition. Yan. This R here is also a partition on the closed interval AB. And the mesh is less than delta. We also have to let our C sub I and D sub I, and these guys here are points of the interval, this one. And in this interval, it has a point at which your f has maximum and minimum. So in this case, we assume that this guy here, let's say this is the maximum, and this one here is the minimum. Okay. Now, let's say I have the m sub I equals the f of c sub I, and I also have the m sub I be equal to f of d sub I. So remember these c sub I and d sub I are actually points on the subinterval. Now we also have to let that our P here, the partition, is the same as the partition R. And these partitions has tags. So let's say the tag here, C. So remember yung C kanina is this one. Okay. And also the Q here is also the same with R. And it has a tag D equals D sub I from less than or equal to I, this one. Then, if I'm gonna take the upper Darboux sum of F with respect to the partition R, ibig sabihin ito siya. Tama ba? Because this is maximum, no? So this is for upper Darboux multiplied by x sub I minus x sub I minus 1. Tama ba? This one. So also, if I'm gonna compute for the lower Darboux of F with respect to R, so papalitan ko lang to ng this one, F of di. Kasi di ba minimum siya? So this is, yan. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is the same as the Riemann sum. Tama? This is also the Riemann sum. So in other words, equal pala ang ito. So if I'm gonna simplify it further, I have this one. This is the same as the S. Tama? And this is less than epsilon. Diba ito yung definition of Darboux integrability? And also, if pabalikin natin, pwede na tayong paatras-atras dito and then we go back to the real definition coming from the Riemann sum. So what does it imply? This means that a function, so let's say our f here is this one. If this is Darboux integrable, if and only if this is also Riemann integrable. So what's the message of this? The message of this is the Darboux integrals and the Riemann integrals are just equivalent integrals. So if you have any question or clarification, please let me know. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question or clarification, please let me know so that we can discuss on that. Or you can comment down there if you have any questions. And for those who are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be updated on a lot of videos that I will be uploading soon. Thank you and have a great day.